We'll start on our back in Baddha Konasana. We'll externally rotate the legs. So feet together, knees wide. And then from this place here, you're gonna snuggle your shoulders underneath, press the elbows and shoulders down, and then press the feet down, lift up, and this will activate your external rotators of your hips, and then slowly lower the pelvis down. So like bridge lifts, we're gonna go back and forth, push down through the outer edges of the feet, hips up. This will engage the external rotators that are going to help us to get our maximum external rotation. Okay, then turn the legs in, internally rotate the legs and do a bridge lift with the feet a little bit wider than the knees, and see if you can actively push outward now with the heels and roll the thigh bones inward. So hopefully this turns on your tensor fascia lata TFL, and then we'll lower down. So feet a little bit wider than knees, push outward with the backs of the legs as you lift up. And then back down, still getting the external rotators, so those muscles are gonna still get tired. We're just trying to actively internally rotate now, which will limit your range of motion. Okay, warm up the hip flexors, take the right leg up to the sky, straighten the knee, and pull the right leg towards your chest. Then extend the left leg long and just barely, don't touch the ground, just have it like a centimeter off the ground. Now pulse and pull your right leg closer to your face, activating your hip flexors on this side. If you want to make this more intense, pull your ribs down and take your arms overhead and pulse. Try to keep the bottom leg low. In fact, you can tap the ground with the left heel as your right foot comes closer to your face. That will ensure that you're really using your right hip flexors. We're gonna take happy baby pose without hands and externally rotate the legs as much as you can. So knees face out, knees pull down towards the ground, heels face up to the sky. Pull the knees towards the ground. This will activate the hip flexors. And instead of the legs facing like this, you're gonna pull your feet towards your face and knees press away from you. So the legs are as if your hands are pulling on your feet and your knees are pushing out, but you're doing that from your own strength of your own legs. Your hands can be up as if you're grabbing your heels and you're trying to pull your heels towards your face without rounding the back so much. That won't help us out too much. So my back is flat on the ground, but I'm trying to pull the feet towards my face and push the knees away from the face. And I'm gonna feel that in the adductors primarily. You might feel it somewhere else, but for me, that's really a strengthener for the adductor muscles. Let's pull your feet toward each other isometrically, then press down through the right heel. As you press down through the right heel, your fingers should get lighter. Scoop the tail around the back. Walk the hands to the inside of the right foot, back heel comes down. Strengthen the back adductors. Press the sole of the foot down and drag it towards the front of the mat. Scoop your tailbone a little bit and press down through the right heel. Keeping that length in the chest. Bend the elbows out to the sides, bowing on the diagonal. And again, shin across the mat. Okay, make your way in towards a stretched position. And then once you start to feel the stretch, so the stretch position is moving back, then pull your two knees toward each other isometrically. So you have a buoyancy in the hips as if you can jump off of your legs here. So pull left and right knee toward each other. That will be the hamstrings and glute muscles of the front leg activating, hip flexors and adductors of the back leg activating. Keeping those muscles active, push down through your left shin, left knee pushes down, arms come on up, nice and strong in the left glute. So I'm pushing down and dragging back through the left shin and knee. Should feel tiring. If it's not tiring, pulse a little, bounce a little, get the muscles awake. Otherwise, it just means you're kind of resting in your flexibility. Okay, release the hands to the ground. And we'll awaken our outer hip muscles. So hands out in front, lengthen the chest, soften the knees a little bit, push out with the backs of the legs, outer glutes, gluteus medius minimus, active. And now, if we keep these muscles active, gluteus medius minimus active by pushing the backs of the legs apart, we can turn on TFL, tensor fascia lata, by lifting the left foot up off the ground and pulling it to tap the back of the wrist, then placing it down. Same thing, push the backs of the legs apart, lift the right leg up off the ground, pull it forward, tap the back of the wrist, and that's your TFL. It's your outer hip flexor there.